Good morning, guys. This is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am, and you're not. Say who? Say what? Yeah, I got a surprise for you guys. A present, if you will. All in the spirit of memories like the corners of our mind. I could never sing Streisand. Like, she is just... God said to her when she was born, open your mouth, I got something for you. And she has not failed him. Or us. But guys, I cannot give you Barbra Streisand, obviously. And this is the first time we've talked about that. But how many of you are Streisand fans? Right? Right? Yes. Okay. I also like her sister as well. Kind. I forget her first name. Julie Kind, I think it is. But listen. Seriously. I can go on about the devil and Max Devlin. But I want to share this with you because this is something we've talked about. So enjoy this, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to say hello again. Okay? But watch.
Boat attack, and as the boy was fighting back,
he called his rescue racer crew as often they'd rehearsed, and off to save the boy they flew.
But who would get there first?
But now the boy had washed ashore, Puff arrived to save the day, which made the witch so mad and sore, she shook her fist and screamed away. H.R. Pufnstuf, who's your friend when things get rough? H.R. Pufnstuf, can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough. H.R. Pufnstuf, he's your friend when things get rough. H.R. Pufnstuf, can't do a little 'cause you can't do enough.
Hi, Jimmy. You all dried off, boy?
Yeah, thanks. Gosh, that was a close call.
Did that make your morning? Do you have your Cocoa Puffs? I want to know. Memories like the corners of our mind. Those songs. You know, I can't sing Streisand for sure, but misty watered colored memories of the way we were, scattered pictures, you know, of the dreams we've left behind, dreams we gave to one another. Those songs were the songs that we built relationships on, that we put faith in. Because we believed in that. And then we got older and realized well, some of us were blessed and very, very fortunate and just had that magic and, you know. Some of us didn't. Some of us lived a life like the movie Fatal Attraction. Well, that's probably not a very good example when it comes to this. You know, it makes me wonder if Gypsy ever really felt that way towards anybody. Well, clearly she felt that way about her mom, or at least the results were the same. Seriously, though, you know, you gotta wonder if she felt anything like the greatest love of all, or anything like, I don't know, these great love songs that, because I really don't think she has the ability, but probably Ryan felt that way about her. You know, Nick definitely felt that way. Nick is the perfect example of, you know, like the John Cusack in the movie, the underdog that gets the girl and we root for him, you know what I'm saying? Guys, I want you to watch some of these videos with me, and we're going to chit-chat a little bit about what's going on. Please, sir, may I have some more? In the spirit of Oliver. I'm tired, I get punchy. I don't know if I'm going to leave that in there. If I leave that in there, I must really feel at home with you guys. Anyway, let's watch some of these videos. let's check this out for real. And this is Kylie. I think her name is Kylie. It's spelled differently, and my apologies. I have subscribed to her for a while. This video I found to be very eye-opening and things that I kind of wanted to comment on. But it's more about what Gypsy's saying, not so much about what Kylie's saying. But I did get it from her channel because, remember, I never give Gypsy views. Never.
To do would be for the both of us to stop this tit-for-tat game, and once the divorce is final, go our separate ways. Like, I'm happy in my life with Ken. We're expecting a baby. He can have a girlfriend. I don't care. Happy for him.
Now I'm pretty sure I spoke on a lot of this video. But things have changed because it seems like now Gypsy has like unfollowed, possibly blocked her family. There's rumor that things are really over between her and Ken. Does that surprise anybody? Is anybody rooting for that? Like, listen, it's hard to be on Gypsy's side. It's hard to want her happiness, being that there's such a wake behind her, such a wake of destruction that she doesn't seem to really look back and care about it, to be honest with you. Otherwise, she doesn't care what looks like behind her. Her atrocities behind her, she easily runs away from. She doesn't see them as part of her responsibility in any way, shape, or form. It's kind of funny, right? Because sometimes as you grow in life, you look behind and you say, hey, am I leaving a good wake behind, or am I leaving no wake behind? You know, and Gypsy's like, I don't give a fuck. The more the merrier back there, you know what I'm saying? And throw a dog in. That's Gypsy. Guys, I'm goofy.
But for me, it's kind of like, don't sit there and then constantly be like, she's my wife, I can talk about her all I want. She's my wife, she's my wife, she's my wife. For the last, I want to say, couple weeks, Ryan has increasingly kind of gotten on my nerves. I mean, he was my husband. I can say that.
Why can't he call you his wife if you could call him your husband? I don't get it. Special rules for you, Gypsy Rose? Okay, all seriousness. I was going to say all seriousness aside, but all joking aside, Gypsy does think that there are no rules that apply to her, but there are rules for everybody else. You know, when she wanted to go in and take $12,000 for concert tickets for her and Ken to go see Taylor Swiftie from Ryan in money she knew she shouldn't have touched. She shouldn't have even thought about touching it because she thought about making sure Ryan couldn't touch it, right? So Gypsy clearly thinks that everybody else has got rules to go by, but the average bear that she claims she wants to be doesn't want to be treated like the average bear. And the conniption fit that she has when somebody else is happy. I mean, again, and I've said this, it's okay if you're happy. You can't be as happy as her. And if she's not happy, forget about being happy. You got to be miserable. And you got to be more miserable than her. Because Gypsy is sick in the head. And it seems to me maybe people have caught on to this, like her family, and maybe it's gotten to the point that they just can't co-sign it anymore, and there's no money worth this crap. Because everybody's got a price, right? Everybody's got what they would stop and say, listen, that I just can't do regardless of any amount of money in the world. And, you know, Rod knows what that is because he speaks it. Whether he follows it or not, he speaks it. And if you speak it, you know it. It doesn't mean that you have to do it. It doesn't mean that you will do it. But it means that you know the difference. And as we get older, and we have an older community here, there's only so much time to start getting shit right, right? So, come on. Because now you're starting to think, oh, fuck, man, if I leave here at this age and I haven't figured it out yet, I might have to be doing it over again. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that we get more serious as we get older. So, do you think I could see Gypsy changing her tune if, in fact, Ken wants nothing? And what would it take for Ken to finally say, whoa, kid, no kid, I can't do this? What do you think it would take? What do you think would have happened to have Gypsy say, I'm not going to follow my family anymore? Or, for all we know, the family blocked her. We don't know what happened. Also, we don't know if this is some sort of publicity bullshit for when is that stupid show coming out? The second season of that show coming out. So we don't know what's going on. But you can bet that we'll end up finding out, and we'll have to decipher the truth from farce, right? But if this is real, the spiral has begun and off the rails we go. And, if she's pregnant and that's the case, I don't know what a Conniption Fit is going to look like in regards to Gypsy Rose, but I'll tell you something. There is a crime if something happens to that kid now. Just heads up. And that would be interesting. Can you imagine? Think about this. Let's say she's really not pregnant. So she fakes a miscarriage, right? But we kind of think, and everybody else kind of thinks, well, if her and Ken broke up, maybe she just didn't want the baby anymore. And then doesn't that become a crime if that's the case? Let me explain that better. Wouldn't it be perfect karma if there was no kid, she faked that there was a kid, her and Ken break up, she fakes that there's a miscarriage because there's actually no kid, people believe that there was a kid that she did away with, and she ends up getting charged with a crime for unaliving a kid that actually wasn't even here to begin with. That's karma. What is the next story in Gypsy Rose Blanchard? And, why do we care? Now I'm on the edge of my seat. I want to know what happened between her and her family, because I just want her family to catch on to the fact that Gypsy unalived Dee Dee for the purpose of unaliving Dee Dee, not because of any Munchausen by proxy, not because of any abuse or anything, simply because Gypsy is who Gypsy is. And I just want her family to realize that. That's what I want. That's what I want for Christmas. Guys, this is Issues with Toddy One Skip. I am Toddy One Skip. Buckle up. Let's go. All right, guys. Be better today than you were yesterday. Not half as good as you'll be tomorrow. Always be kind. I'm going to sleep now.